So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the GameSir G4 Pro wireless gaming controller. I want to thank the guys at GameSir for sending this over to review on the channel. Now this is currently $50 on Amazon, but make sure you check the link in the description of the video because you never know when it's going to go on sale. Now this works with Android, iOS, Switch, and PC. It also works on the Apple Arcade on iOS. Nice thing is you've got two different ways to connect it, through Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz. You can even use this wired if you prefer that over wireless. Nice and simple packaging on this. It's got a turbo button, screenshot button, and it's got a built-in 800 milliamp hour rechargeable battery. Nice thing is it's got magnetic A, B, and X and Y buttons, so you can actually move those around if you like. In case you're playing some games on the Switch, this does support motion control with the 6-axis gyroscope. Customer care information. Pretty cool, nice little stickers here. USB-C to USB-A cable. Contact information. And of course the user manual. Okay, as for the controller itself, it actually feels really nice. Controller definitely feels nice and comfortable. Very similar to an Xbox controller. Shoulder buttons and trigger buttons there at the top. And then of course the USB-C charging port. I definitely like the rubber grips they've got on here. It's got the same offset sticks as on the Xbox controllers. X and Y, A and B buttons actually look very similar as well. Nice little rubber grips on the sticks as well. You get the built-in holder if you're going to use this on mobile gaming. You got a couple extra buttons there underneath, turbo and screenshot. You've got a select and start button, and then of course down there at the bottom is your big home button. Now one issue I can see is trying to fit my OnePlus 8T in here. It's got plenty of space, however it doesn't really fit that good with the case on. Unless your case is super thin, more than likely you're gonna have to take the case off. Surprisingly, okay, so eventually it will fall off of there, but yeah, just don't hold it upside down. So in order to pair this to your phone via Bluetooth, you're gonna wanna hold down A plus the home button until it starts flashing. First thing I want to test out is some gaming on my OnePlus 8T and see which games it works with. So I'm also going to test this out on PC and Switch and let you know how those work. So let's go ahead and start testing this out. So after my testing, there are a few things to consider before purchasing this controller. One thing that I don't like is it doesn't work with Call of Duty Mobile. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to, but yeah, I couldn't get it to work. And then obviously it doesn't work with PUBG Mobile either, but there's not that many controllers that actually do. It does, however, work really good when playing games like Asphalt 9 and Horizon Chase. It also works fairly decent when playing Fortnite. I mean, I prefer PUBG Mobile or Call of Duty Mobile over that, but and then when I tried to connect it to my PC to play games on Steam, I couldn't really get it to work when trying to connect wirelessly. But I don't really mind that because that's what I usually do with my Xbox controller anyway. And Rumble works really nice on here as well, even when connecting it to my Switch. And surprisingly, it didn't really seem to have too many issues with lag or drift issues with the sticks. So yeah, overall, this is a really nice controller. I think the D-pad could use some improvements. I don't know, it doesn't really feel that great, but then again, the D-pad on the Xbox One controller isn't that great either. I also connected this to my Nintendo Switch, and yeah, it eventually connected and works really good. The only downside is it doesn't actually power up the console like on other Pro controllers. So that's definitely something to consider before purchasing this if you're going to use this on the Switch. One thing that I might like a little better on this than on the Xbox controller is the rubber tips on the sticks seem to be a little bit softer or more silicone-like than say on an Xbox controller. And for me, yeah, that's definitely a nice thing to have. It just gives you a little better grip. So I think overall build quality on this controller is definitely really nice. I just feel like it's lacking a little bit in functionality to where it's not going to work with every mobile game. But I think overall this is a really nice alternative if you want something close to an Xbox controller, but slightly different, and one that has a built-in phone holder. I haven't used this quite long enough to test battery life, but I think overall the build quality is really nice on this. Sticks feel nice, pretty similar to an Xbox controller. The one advantage you do have with this controller, if you're going to use it on a Switch, is you can switch the A, B, and X, Y buttons, because then you got a controller that feels like an Xbox controller, but the buttons aren't backwards. And as you can see here, they're actually fairly simple to just pop out and rearrange. The rumble also worked really good on there as well. It was a little tricky though getting this connected to my gaming PC, but after I went back and actually read the directions, there didn't seem to be any issues with lag or button sticking or any drift from the sticks, which is good because I've already had 2 out of 3 controllers for my Xbox Series X where the trigger buttons started sticking, and it was sticking pretty much right out of the box. So I'll definitely have to test this longer to see how it holds up, and I'm not sure if I would buy this over an official Xbox controller, especially when the price is just a little bit more. But overall, I really do like this controller by GameSir, and I think it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a controller for mobile games, or you're just wanting to try something different on your gaming PC. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.